All right, welcome. Someone, Bemiro said Excel, Tableau, and Power BI. That's great. Excel and just learning SQL. Wow, that's nice. I am new, Loretta. Excel and SPSS. Python also. Wow, that's good. Fidel from Port Harcourt, Nigeria. I am new. Okay, you've used Excel. Wow, that is good. That is good. Don't worry, this class is going to be in three sections. We have the theory section where we are going to talk about introduction to data analysis, why you actually need to go into data analysis, the tools and software that you have to know for you to become an analyst, right? So we're going to talk about all those ones and also the career path for data analysis, right? Then after that, we'll now go into the practical section. So we'll go into the practical. Okay, you are a data analyst. That's good. So we'll now go into the practical section where we are going to analyze data together. We are going to analyze the data together. All right, Alidu from Ghana. That's good. That's good. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Are we all ready to roll? Are we ready to roll? Are we ready? Are we ready? Other people are going to meet us. Are we ready? Let me know if you are ready, everybody. Let me know if you're ready. Let me know if you're ready. It seems you are not ready. Should we wait? Are you guys ready for me? All right. I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay, we are ready to roll, right? Okay, before we actually get started, let me tell you something. You need to get yourself two things. The very first thing is you get yourself a bottle of water. Then after the bottle of water, you get yourself a pen and a jotter, right? So because you are going to jot things down, so if you have any question, just jot it down. Whenever you have it, just jot down your question. When we get to the question and answer section, I'll be there to answer all your questions. And another thing, one more thing, you get yourself a bottle of water, right? So you get yourself a bottle of water. So because we are going to learn, we are going to laugh. Please, English only. I cannot read any other language, just English, please. If you don't want me to remove you from this webinar, let's communicate in English, please. All right. So if you don't have water, just send me a DM. I have virtual water for people here. So if you don't have, just send me a DM. I have virtual water for you guys. All right, so let's get started. Let's get started now. I'm going to share my screen right about now, and we are going to start. Okay, can you guys see my screen? Can you all see my screen? Let me know if you can see my screen. Okay, that's good. Which one is virtual water? Don't worry, just send me a DM. I'm going to give it to you. For those people that don't have water, don't worry, I'll give you a virtual water. All right, so let me. Okay, can you guys see my screen now? Can you guys see my screen? Okay, that's great. That's great. That's great. Okay, Madam Jumoke, good evening. So I want to use this opportunity to officially welcome you to the Data Analytics webinar, right? And held by Digital World Tech Academy. So we want to talk about a glimpse into the future of data analytics and why you should embrace data analysis as your career choice, right? That's what we want to talk about. But it's not going to actually make any sense for me to just start the class without properly introduce myself, right? So let me just use like a second to introduce myself. Who is this guy? Who am I? Right? So this is me right here, right? This is me and my face right here. So my name is Sani Akim Abiodun, right? I am a computer instructor, a digital marketer, a data analyst, data scientist. I'm into business analysis. I do a whole lot of things, but majorly I focus more on training and getting projects. Those are the things I focus more on, right? I don't work for organization as a data analyst. I get projects from them to work on it, then send it back to them. So, but majorly I focus more on training. So I train people, data analysis, data science, digital marketing, business analysis. I train people with on web dev also, that's web design using content management system. So those are what I do, right? And I work with Digital World Tech Academy. So at Digital World Tech Academy, we've been able to train over 10,000 students last year, both online and offline. We offer online training and we also offer physical training. So we have a physical location where we train people physically, and we also do online training for those people that are not here with us. But for those people that are not closer to our physical location, so we train people online too. And we train people and organization on Microsoft Office packages, ranging from Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint. We do all those data analysis. That's actually my field. So we do that data science, which is my field also, business analysis, project management, digital marketing, cyber security, web design and web development, cloud computing, right? We train everything. In as much as you want to learn tech, we are your sure bet. Right? Don't worry, I'm going to answer all your questions. Just jot it down. Just jot it down. Do you understand? Jot down your question. I'll answer it when we get to the question and answer section. And in 2024, we were able to train over 3,000 students physically and more than 10,000 online. And we also offer corporate training, whereby we go to people's organizations to train them. So, and last year, we were able to train over 5 organizations last year. All right, that is a little bit about me. Let's talk about digital world now. Let's talk about digital world. So this is these are some of our team member, right? If you are looking for me, this is me and my face cap right here. And coincidentally, I'm putting on the same t-shirt today with my ID card. And we have some of our team member right here. So we are much more than this, but these are just I don't know why, I just love using this picture. All right, about the institute. Digital world, don't worry, I am recording. So I'm going to, when we get to the question and answer section, I'll tell you how to get the recording. Do you understand? I'm going to tell you how to get the replay so that you can also listen to it. And also the data set that I use, I'm going to tell you how to get it. The data set that we are going to use in the practical section, I'm going to tell you how to get it. And also the slide, for those of you that are interested in it, I'm going to tell you how to get all those when we get to the question and answer section. But for now, I want you to pay 100% attention. Do you understand? Just pay attention to whatever we want to do today, because we have quite a lot of people here that are new. So before the end of this webinar, I want you to be able to know what data analysis is all about and be able to do at least some things in the practical aspect of data analysis. So just try to pay attention. When we get to the question and answer section, I will answer all your questions, and also even though I will allow you to unmute so that we can communicate, and also how to get everything that I use, and also the replay so that you can also practice it on your own. And mind you, you have my number in the group, and I'm also going to tell you my number right here so that you can send me a DM whenever you have any issues on everything that I did that I'm going to do here today. So don't worry, just jot it down. If you have any question, I'll be there to answer it. And if you want to record, don't worry, I've already started recording. You are going to get access to that. I'm going to tell you how to get it. So Digital World is an online and physical learning platform with the aim of making the tech skill affordable and accessible for everyone. And our mission is to make computer education very accessible and affordable to Nigerians and Africa in general, because as we all know, we are lagging behind in the tech industry. So we actually need something that can push us forward. So that is why we are here. All right. Don't worry, when we get to the question and answer section, Markov, just write down your question. Let's get started now into the major reason why we are here today. So I don't want us to get distracted. If you have any question, that's why I said you should get yourself a pen and a jotter, you understand? So that you can jot down. So whenever you have any question, just jot it down. When we get to the question and answer section, I'm going to answer all your questions. I will allow you to unmute so that you can ask me the question directly. Do you understand? Please just jot down all your questions. We are not in the question and answer section. So what we want to talk about here is a glimpse into the future of an analyst. A glimpse into the future of an analyst. Now, as we all know, data is no longer just a byproduct of our digital life. It's no longer just a byproduct of our digital life. It is the fuel powering innovation, decision-making, and competitive advantage across various industries, not just one industry. In all the industry, they make use of data. In as much as they are dealing with people, right? They have data. So they need to have knowledge of data analysis. And it is the fuel powering innovation. It helps organizations to come up with new ideas, new products, new ways to render their service to other people. right? So that people will be able to interact more with their products. So if you are selling some products in Nigeria, we have some products that are performing very well, but if you get to Ghana, you can't find that product there, right? Now, if I have that such organization, I will know the product that's performing very well in Nigeria, then that will also prompt me to develop another product that will help Ghana, right? That is what we mean by fuel powering innovation. It helps people to develop other things, right? Because actually people want to make a lot of money, right? So if you want to make a lot of money, you don't really need to start producing just one product or rendering one service, right? Or rendering just one services, right? So you need to do a whole lot of things. So it is the fuel powering innovation, and also it helps organization in making decision. It helps them to make decision. What is our total revenue generated? Which location is performing very well with this product? You understand? Which location is performing very well? Which of our product is performing very well in Nigeria? Which one is performing very well in Ghana? Which one is performing very well in Cameroon? It helps them to make decisions. So they don't want to waste money distributing products from Nigeria to Ghana. And at the end of the day, they are not making any profit from it. So if they don't have the data, there is no way they will be able to know that, okay, this is the product that's performing very well in Nigeria. In Ghana, this product is not performing very well. So let's cut it out. Let's look for another product that will satisfy Ghana, right? This is another product that's performing very well in Cameroon. So let's cut it out for Nigeria and Ghana because the product is performing very well in Cameroon. Do you understand? It helps them to make decision, right? And also competitive advantage across industries. So, and the future of data analysis promises to be a remarkable one, driven by the emerging trend and technology that are redefining the way we interact. Because as you like it, a lot of companies are taking their businesses online, right? And in as much as they are taking their businesses online, they will need to have something called a database. Because if you have a website, like an e-commerce website, you need to have a database whereby the moment anybody orders something on your website, it goes directly into your database. For those of you that don't know anything about e-commerce, I'm talking about things like Amazon, right? So if you order something on Amazon, how do you think Amazon gets to know that, okay, Mr. Michael has ordered something? It's through their database. And there is no way they will be able to interact with the database if there is no data analyst. There is no way. Right? So if during COVID-19, they were able to know that, okay, this is the number of deaths, this is the number of people that have COVID-19, this is the number of people that are in the hospital, right? And they were able to do research for them to come up with drugs that can help them remedy the situation, right? That is the reason why you need to have knowledge of data analysis, because all organizations need to have someone that knows data analysis very well. So let's go forward. Let's move forward. We don't want to waste too much of time. So with all those my explanation, what exactly is data analysis? What is data analysis? Data analysis is the process. Hope you are jotting down. Are you guys jotting things down? Are you guys jotting things down? Are you jotting it down? My people, are you here? Okay, Magdalene, that's nice. It's only one person. Are you guys here? Oh, you are sleeping. Do you want me to pour virtual water on your head? I'll just pour virtual water on your head if you are sleeping. Don't worry, if you are sleeping, you just meet me in your house. I'll pour virtual water on your head. You will see. Don't worry. You try me. Just try me. All right. All right. So, data analysis is the process of examining, organizing, transforming, and interpreting raw data to extract meaningful insights, identify patterns, and support decision making. Now, let me take that again. Data analysis is the process of examining data, organizing data, transforming data, and interpreting raw data to extract meaningful insights, identify patterns, and support decision making. Now, let's break it down one by one for the purpose of we that are new. So the newbies, we that are newbies, because I'm still new too. right? I'm still a baby. As a data analyst, you'll always be a baby because you need to keep on learning every single time. So if you are considering going into data analysis, it's something you have to keep on learning every day. If we had Excel 2016, but now there is 2019, there is 2021, there is 365, right? There is 365. All those ones. And every new version of any software that are coming out, there are new things on it. So you have to keep on learning and learning. So we'll still get to that part. So data analysis is the process of examining data. Now, let me tell you, as a data analyst, it's not your job to do data entry. You should know that. We have data entry specialists, people that focus more on data entry, right? So once you get your data, you need to examine your data. So that is actually the very first thing you have to do. Examine the data. So which type of software is good for this data? Is this something that I can use Excel for? Or I will use Power BI? Or I want to use Python or R or SPSS or Starter? You need to know which type of data are you dealing with. Examine it. After getting to know that, okay, I'm going to use Excel for this data. All right, after then you need to know, is this data clean or not clean? So if you notice that, okay, this data is not clean, so all these things, you have to do it during the examination process. While examining the data, you need to jot it down. So, okay, this data is not clean. I need to remove error values. I need to fill in the empty spaces, right? You need to do all those ones. I need to change the data types, right? I need to do some grouping. So you jot down everything while examining it. Then after that, organizing the data. Now you should know that your data will not come from just one department. So if you're a data analyst, you should not expect just one type of data. Your data will come from HR, finance department, sales department, right? Marketing department. So organize it. You will now join everything together to form what we call master data, right? That is the process of organizing your data. So you join all of them together to form what we call master data. So after organizing it, this is where you now start transforming. So if we say data transformation, it's the same thing as data cleaning. And some other people call it data wrangling. They are still the same thing. So you can either call it data wrangling, it's still the same thing as data cleaning or data transformation. So during this process, you are removing. Now you notice that during the examination process, you've already jotted down what you want to do. You just jot it down, right? But in the transformation process, this is where you are now taking action. So you are removing error value, filling all the NA, filling all the missing value, right? Changing the data types, removing unnecessary columns, right? Doing grouping, merging, appending, all those ones. That is what you are now doing under transformation process. Doing your time series, extracting information from dates. You understand? All those ones are what you are doing in data transformation. That is data cleaning. Then after that, interpreting it. Now, most of the time, we interpret data using visualization. Now, what do we call visualization or a dashboard? So if I say, okay, I want to create a dashboard or I want to visualize this data, it's basically the graphical representation of a raw data. Now, whenever people see a raw data, they won't be able to understand it. So you are the one that will now interpret it, put it in a graphical way, so that people will be able to see, okay, this is top 5 best-selling products. Okay, these are our top 5 best customers. Okay, this is the number of male and female customers that we have. This is the number of units sold by each product. You understand? So you put it in a graphical representation for people to be able to easily understand it and relate with it. Don't worry, when we get to the practical section, we are going to talk about the types of dashboard that you can create. Then another thing is not all the data that you actually generate insight from. There are some data that you want to identify patterns. So we do something like this in unsupervised learning when we are in data science. So you are identifying the patterns between your data. What is the relationship between this data, right? You are identifying patterns in your data. And also, everything that you are doing, note that is going to help the organization to make decisions. So you have to be very, very careful while doing all this process, because whatever result you give to the organization, that is what they are going to use to make their own decision. So if you actually make any mistake, that means the organization will make a mistake when during the decision-making process. So you have to be very, very you have to be very, very careful when doing it. Now, it involves a range of techniques and tools depending on the type and complexity of the data, as well as the goal of the analysis. Like I said, during this examination process, you need to know the type of the data you are dealing with. That's actually the very first thing. And tools to use, that depends on the type of data you are working with. Now, do we all understand what data analysis is all about now? Before we move forward, yes or no? Do we all understand? Do we all understand what data analysis is all about? Before we move forward. All right. If you don't understand, just jot down your question. Jot it down. When we go to the question and answer section, I'm going to answer all your questions, because I don't want you to attend this webinar and at the end, you did not understand anything. You understand? So please just jot down your question. Once we get to the question and answer section, I'm going to answer all your questions. All right. So let's move forward. We want to talk about the transformative power of data analysis. How do we get to transform? Because when we first started, we started with data entry rather, right? So during those time, I remember when I started learning it, my boss would give me a whole lot of spreadsheets, a whole lot of papers to enter into Excel, to enter using SQL code, right? So we were a data entry specialist. Now, how do we move from being just a data entry specialist to becoming the top 2 in the world? Because right now, data analysis is the top 2 in the whole world. No matter where you are, you need to have knowledge of data analysis. And you can get a job anywhere within the country or outside your country. All right, let's move forward. Now, data analysis has come a very long way from traditional reporting to advanced predictive and prescriptive analytics. Now, this is where we are going to talk about the different types of data analysis. And it has become an integral part of modern decision making. And if you notice, I've been clamoring on this decision making, right? Now, let's talk about the type of data analysis. We have 3 types of data analysis. The very first type is what we call descriptive analysis. Descriptive analysis, followed by predictive analysis and prescriptive analysis. Those are the 3 major types. But there is still another one that we call diagnostic analysis. But we are not going to talk about that one today. So the 3 major ones are what we call descriptive analysis, predictive analysis, and prescriptive analysis. Now, what is descriptive analysis? Descriptive analysis focuses more on describing what has happened in the past. Basically, as an analyst, that is what you are going to be working with more, right? You are describing what has happened in the past. There is data, so you are bringing out insights from the data. What is our total revenue generated? Who is our best customer, right? Which one is our best selling product, right? All those ones are what we call descriptive analysis. You are getting insights from what has happened in the past. Because there's no way you can get insights if you don't have data, right? So you are gaining insights from what has happened in the past. That's what we call descriptive analysis. You are describing what has happened, right? You are describing it. That's what we call descriptive analysis. And that is where we build visualization to explain what you were able to get. That is the insight you were able to get from the data. Do you understand? You are explaining what has happened in the past using data. So you now put it in a visualization that is represented with charts for you to be able to explain it further to people that don't have any knowledge about it. Because if I don't have any knowledge about data analysis and you are showing me Excel spreadsheets, there's no way I'm going to know. Or you are showing me Python code, there's no way I'm going to know. But if you put it in a visuals, you put it in a chart, and you are explaining the trend for me, right? I will easily understand. That is what we call descriptive analysis. Now, data analysis has now moved from just being descriptive analysis to what we call predictive analysis. Now, predictive analysis focus more on predicting the future. Focus more on predicting the future. On predicting the future, right? You are using what has happened in the past to predict the future. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me, yes or no. Hello, guys. Can you guys hear me? All right. That's great. That's great. That's great. Let me know that we are together. Oh, this is just a conversation. I'm your friend. Don't see me as a lecturer today. We are friends, right? We are friends. We are just facilitating. We are just communicating. Do you understand? All right. Hope you are learning something. Are you learning something? My people, hope you are enjoying yourself and you are learning something. Let me know. If you are learning something, just type in learning. If you are learning something, type in learning so that I will know that you are learning something. Very interesting. All right. Thank you very much. Adiola. All right. Mr. George, Mr. Henry. Okay, that is good. That is good. Mr. Bethel. All right. Okay, that's good. So now, like I said, data analysis has now moved from just describing what has happened in the past to predicting what will happen in the future. For instance, weather forecast. Weather forecast is an example of predictive analysis. So they use what has happened in the past to predict the future, right? That is what we call predictive analysis. So we already know the total units sold for the past for like last 5-10 years, right? Now, so, I did a prediction. So someone gave me a data for the past 10 years, and they asked me to use it to predict for the next 5 years, right? So if you don't have descriptive, there is no way you are going to predict. So if you don't have historical data, there is no way you are going to predict. So if you don't know how much I receive on daily basis or on monthly basis, there is no way you are going to predict to me that, okay, Akim, by next year, this is the amount you should be receiving, because you actually don't know anything about me, right? So the very first thing is you need to know what has happened in the past. So you need to have a good understanding of descriptive analysis before you can say, okay, you want to predict, right? Using it to predict what will happen in the future. And we have a whole lot of tools that can help us to do that. For instance, Excel. We have forecast in Excel. We have forecast sheets in Excel that help us to predict, right? We have forecast formula in Excel that help us to predict. We also have a lot of machine learning algorithm that help us to predict. So like support vector machine, linear regression, random forest, decision trees. All those ones are what are the things that help us to predict the future. And the last one is prescriptive analysis. Prescriptive analysis is talking about the actionable step that you will take, right, for you to achieve what machine has already predicted for you. So, for instance, I sell bottled water. And in the last 2 years, I've been able to sell about 50,000 pieces of this water, right? 50,000 pieces of this water. So I now gave a data analysis, okay, that you help me to predict what will happen in the next 2 years. Then the machine predicted that, okay, in the next 2 years, I should be selling 100,000 pieces of my product. Now, because machine has already predicted that for me, that doesn't mean I should now sit and fold my arm, then keep on looking. Prescriptive analysis is talking about what are the actionable steps that can help me to achieve what machine has already predicted. So do I need to work on my marketing? Do I need to work on my sales team? Do I need to work on my production team? Do I need to work on my pricing? All those ones are what we call prescriptive analysis. So you are giving actionable steps for you to be able to achieve what machine has already predicted for you. And all these things has become an integral part of modern decision making. It has become an integral part of modern decision making. All right, so let's move forward. Let's move forward to the next slide before we go into the practical section. All right, data explosion. Let's talk about data explosion. Why do we actually need to go into data analysis? That's because there is data explosion. Data is growing at an unprecedented rate. And this is driven by the connected devices and digital interaction. Because we are in connected economy, so if you have any information, you can easily send it to me. Actually, let me ask you a question. How many of us has been to any social media platform today? So for me, I use Facebook very well. So how many of us has been to any social media platform today? Maybe Facebook, Instagram. Don't lie. Just tell me the truth. So maybe Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. A lot of people, yes, X, right? Which is Twitter, right? So don't lie now. Tell me the truth. I have just 3. Chineye, making 4, right? All right. Now, let me tell you, based on research, we have over 2 billion data that have been uploaded on the internet, that is on the server, every single day. Over 2 billion data. And we are the part of people that are uploading this data. Now, your question will be, you that don't have any knowledge about data analysis, how do you upload data? That's your question. Now, let me tell you, the moment you log into Facebook, you are giving a data. The moment you log into any social media platform, you are giving out a data. So you like something, you've given out a data. You comment on a post, you've given out a data. You share a post, you've given out a data. You post something, you've given out a data. Now, do you know how many things are being posted on all social media platforms today? Just today alone, they've posted a whole lot, millions of content on the social media every single day, right? And we've not even talked about organization. Talking about their database, they upload millions of data every single day in the database. Now, all these things, there's nobody that will handle it except data analysts. They are the only people that will handle the data, right? So if you upload something on social media today, Facebook has data, they have data analysts. Google have data analysts, right? What's it called? Twitter, Instagram, all those ones, they have data analysts that analyze their data. And we still have organizations that are uploading data into their database. To query database is the work of data analysts. To bring out information, to download data from the database is the work of data analysts. To extract insight from the database is the work of data analysts, right? That's why I said data is growing at an unprecedented rate, driven by the connected devices and digital interaction. And this has made effective data analysis more crucial than ever because, let me say, actually, let's leave it for now. Let's leave it. Actually, if you want to send me a project, you don't need to come to Nigeria because you want to send me a project. You want to give me about $5,000 project or $50,000 project. You actually don't need to come to Nigeria to see me. You can send it to me on the internet, right? You can send it to my mail. You can send it to my WhatsApp. I've done it before, countless times. Whereby they will give me a project and I'll be on the Zoom. The person and I, we are doing it together. They will be telling me, okay, this is what I want. This is what I don't want. Add this, remove this, right? Let's use this color. Let's do this. Let's do that. As we are on this Zoom, as we are live here, we are giving Zoom a data. Because if you remember, the moment you are trying to log in, they ask you for name, right? They ask you for name. So you are giving them a data. So Zoom has a data analyst, right? But it's fun to be a data analyst. Actually fun to be a data analyst because don't be scared because there are a lot of software that can easily help us to analyze data whereby you actually don't need to stress yourself, right? So let's talk about the evolving role of an analyst. So let's talk about the role of data analyst right now. Unlocking the power of data is a complex task for those that don't have knowledge, for those that don't have the knowledge. And data analysts are the superhero who make it happen, right? You are the superhero that will bring out information from their data that will help them to know that, okay, this is the time that for us to do a new product, to come up with a new product. This is the time for us to do research, right? You are the one that will bring out those information for them to know, for them to be able to make decisions. But with technology advancing faster than a speeding bullet, The role of data analyst is also evolving at a lightning speed. Gone are those days of simply collecting and organizing data. I've said it. It's not your job to do data entry. It's not your job. You are not doing data entry, right? So if they want to employ you as a data entry specialist, tell them that is not you. You are a data analyst, right? You are analyzing data. It's not your job to be a data entry specialist. If they want to employ that, let them employ data entry specialists, right? So today's data analysts are responsible for designing complex algorithm. What do we call algorithm? You can either call it algorithm, model, or estimator, right? They are still the same thing. So those are the things that we use to predict. So algorithm is just a piece of code that helps us to achieve or track an event. For instance, the moment you log into Facebook, they have something called Pixel that tracks all your activities. So you scroll, they are tracking it. You comment on something, they are tracking it, right? They are tracking everything that you do. So that is an algorithm. So it's the work of data analysts to create algorithm and also creating captivating visualization, in which we are going to do in today's class. We are going to create visualization. The data analyst future scope is bright and has thrilling opportunity for those who love technology and analytics. Okay, now to this question. Before I move to my slide, are data analysts in demand? Based on what I've explained, based on all this my gibberish, do you think data analysts are in demand or not? Do you think data analysts are important or not? Let's put it that way. Do you think data analysts are important or not? All right, I'm waiting for you guys. Are you still here? You want me to pour water on your head? I'll pour water. I have a whole lot of virtual water. I'll just be pouring it on your head. You just see me in your house now. Don't worry. Don't. Okay. Very important. All right. People are still here with me. Okay. That's good. That's good. That was good. That's good. All right. So let's move to my next slide. All right. Are data analysts in demand? Data analysts are in high demand in today's job market. And this trend is expected to continue well into the future, right? Because they are still going to create sophisticated tools, and you still need to be there as an analyst, right? According to United States Bureau of Labor Statistics, employment of data analysts and other related occupations, right, is projected to grow by 33% from 2020 to 2030, which is much faster than average of all occupation. So the demand for data analysts can be attributed to the increasing importance of data-driven decision-making in businesses and organizations of all sizes. As a result, data analysts are playing an essential role in shaping the strategic direction of businesses across various industries, from healthcare to retail to finance. No matter the industry, they will need an analyst. All right, let's move forward to the next thing. Why is data analysis the future of everything? It is the process of analyzing data that has revolutionized many industries and will continue to do so in the future. A lot of companies are giving out services that people don't need. They are selling products that people don't need. But there's no way they are going to know if they don't have the data, right? They don't know if they are making profit or not. So it's until they analyze data that would, okay, that is when they are going to know that they are making profit, they are generating revenue. This product is the one giving us profit. This one is not giving us profit. And the days of having to do all your analysis by hand are over. You don't do analysis by hand again. They are over. They are powerful software that make it easy and fast. And you don't even need a PhD in statistics anymore. So before I started data analysis, a whole lot of people will tell me, oh, you need to study statistics. You need to study statistics. I did not study statistics. Right? I did not study statistics, but I'm a data analyst today. Right? Like I say, I'm the best in this field. So simply, you don't need to have PhD in statistics. Simply enter some data, pick out what matters the most. What matters the most? That's why you will see some of us, if we are working, we delete some columns that are not important, right? We delete some columns that are not important. We remove some things that are not important because we are picking out what matters the most from the data, and we are done with excellent reports that will help organizations to grow. Using or possessing such information give you power over the entire sector. Now let's move forward. Let's move forward so that we can start our practical. The future of data analysis, making the impossible possible. Right? The future of data analysis is here and is now, and it's also looking bright. With the help of artificial intelligence, the question that I always ask is AI not going to take over data analysis? It's not possible. It's not possible, right? Even though in Excel now, there is an AI tool that we call recommended pivot table. Don't worry, I'm going to show you when we get to the practical section, right? That help us to analyze. All you just have to do is load your data into pivot table, click on that recommended pivot, and you are done. It's going to analyze the data for you, right? Also, machine learning algorithm. So this machine learning is what they use to create artificial intelligence, right? And blockchain. They are all driven innovation that has revolutionized the field of data analysis, right? So with AI-powered data analytics, business can get real-time insight into their operation, whereby you actually don't need to be the one doing everything. All you just have to do is load your data into the software, click on those buttons, and you are done. But there's no way people are going to know because they don't know the software, right? So if I just show you today and you don't have background knowledge about it, there's no way you are going to know that, okay, there's an AI. How many of us know that there is ChatGPT in Excel now? There's ChatGPT in Excel. The same thing with Power BI. There's an AI tool called Q&A, question and answer, whereby the moment you load your data into Power BI, just type in the question and it's going to answer the question for you, right? It's going to answer the question for you. So while machine learning can help detect fraud, identify patterns, and the patterns that may be impossible for human to detect, it's normal. If you are working on a data set, there are some things that you can't easily detect, right? There are some things that you won't detect. So, but with the help of machines, it's going to help you to detect it. And with the help of blockchain, data sharing can be secured, transparent, and tamper-proof. I have to tell you this. As a data analyst, your confidentiality level must be high. So you don't give out your client's data. You don't give it out to anybody. So as an analyst, confidentiality is the key. So as a trainer, I don't use my client's data to train people. We have what we call real-life dummy data. Real-life dummy data, right? So those dummy data are what we use to train. So it's like real life, but we call it dummy data. Those are what we use to train. So you don't give out your client's data and you don't use it to train. All right. So let's move forward to the career path, which is my last slide. Career path for an analyst. So for an analyst, after you are done with having a good understanding of data analysis, right, you become a data analyst. That is for sure, right? Possessing data analysis skill can actually help you in various ways. You can actually become a business analyst also by having good understanding of data analysis, right? You can become a market research analyst. You can become a data scientist, which is one of the things that I always tell my students. After learning data analysis, try to learn data science so that it's going to set you aside from all other people. Because some people, they think data analysis doesn't really require much code. That's why they are coming into it. So they will just stop at SQL, right? But if you try to learn Python and R to become a data scientist, then it's going to set you aside from other people, right? Another thing is you can also become a financial analyst. You can become a database manager, right? You can become a data engineer. You can become a data analyst consultant, a marketing analyst, a sales analyst, a project manager, a whole lot of things that you can actually become. You can go to Google and do research about it. As a data analyst, you should always be ready to do research, right? Be ready to learn new things, right? Be ready to learn new things. You understand? So that is that for that in this theory section. So do you enjoy this class? Do you enjoy the theory section before we go for the practical section? Do you learn something and enjoy the theory section? Or do you think we should go and dance? We should add music and dance a bit. All right, this is the point where I will say cheers. Let's take a bottle of water. Let's take a bottle of water. Cheers. You people will not say cheers to me. If you don't have water, tell me, I can give you one. We have virtual water. All right. I should send you water. Just send me a DM now. Send me a DM. I'll send you a virtual water. Send me a DM. I'll send you a virtual water. We should go for water break. Yeah, not serious. All right. All right. So are we ready for the practical section now? Are we ready for the practical section? How many of us are ready for the practical section? How many of us are ready for the practical section? All right. It's not just about theory, theory, theory. Let's do practical. Let's do practical. Let's do practical now. So let me just open one Excel spreadsheet for us. So, okay, you're all ready. No problem. So this is the type of data set we are going to use to do our practical today. So we want to actually visualize this data. How do we visualize? That's what we want to do. So we want to create something that we call a dashboard. We want to create something that we call a dashboard, right? That's what we want to create. So don't worry, just calm down. Just calm down. I'm going to tell you how to get the data sets. Don't worry. So let me search for data analysis dashboard. I have it right here. So if you go to images, so you can see, this is an example of what we want to create. So we want to create a dashboard. So a dashboard is basically the graphical representation of your data. Is the graphical representation of your data, right? So this is an example of what we want to create in today's class. So we'll have our raw data. This is basically talking about sales for different countries, right? Days of the week, the product, the unit sold, the revenue generated, the cost, and the profit, right? So this is just a small data. It's about 1,000 data sets, which is so small, very small data set, right? We have the date of the transaction, the day, the month, the product, and the likes. Madam Victoria, please drop your hand. I'm going to answer your question when we get to the question and answer section. So at this point, just watch me, right? Watch me. I want to show you how I work on daily basis. You are my friend, so I just want to show you, right? So after that, we have the dashboard templates. Wow. This is a template I created, right? This is just a dashboard template. Now, this dashboard template, now it's actually not every time you need to create a template. But for me, if you see most people as an analyst, they don't create a dashboard template. But for me, I see it as a layout that will help you to know that, okay, this is what I am trying to achieve. This is the number of charts that I want to use. This is where this chart is going to be. This is where this chart is going to be. That's why we always have a template. If you are trying to create a dashboard, you should have a template. Now, how do we create these templates? Let me create one. Let's recreate that. Let's do it together. Now, for those of us that are new, this is an Excel spreadsheet. This is what we call Excel spreadsheets. And Excel spreadsheets is made up of rows and columns. The alphabetical letters are usually assigned to the column. So we call this column A, column B, column C, column D, column E, column F, right? So you have over 16,000 columns. There are over 16,000 columns. And you have the rows. So row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5. You have over 1 million rows. You have over 1 million rows. This is the end. 1,048,576 rows in just one spreadsheet. So if you're able to finish everything here, all you just have to do is click on this plus. You have a new spreadsheet. You have a new spreadsheet. And we can actually rename a spreadsheet. So you can say, I call this data, I call this dashboard. So let's just call this, if you right click on this spreadsheet now, You right click on it, then you do rename. So I just want to name it as let's just call it practical. So let's call it practical. So you have this. Now we have something that we call a cell. A cell is the intersection of rows and column. A cell is where row and column meet. So this is column, this is a column, and this is a row. So they both meet here. So column A, row 1, meets here, right? So we call it a cell. A cell is the intersection between the row and the column. So we call this a cell. Now we reference the cell. We give it a name. So I'm in column A, row 1. So we call this cell A1. Cell A1. This is what we call it. Column A, row 1. So I'm in cell A1. So if I'm to move here now, this is cell C3, right? Column C, row 3. I'm in cell C3. So if I'm to move down here, this is F9. This is column F, row 9. All right, let me give you a test. So for those of you that get my question, you will win a virtual water now. So which cell am I now? Which cell is this? I'm looking for the very first person that will get my virtual water, so that I will tell other people what virtual water is all about. Cell I11. Yes, I11. All right. All of you, send me a DM. I'm going to send you a virtual water on WhatsApp, right? I'm going to send you another. Okay. So you just made yourself a virtual water. Don't worry. I11. So that is what we call cell. Now, for us to create a dashboard template, if you look at it, before we go there, we have something that we call name box. So you see the name right here, name box. So I've moved here now. This is G5, and you see it right here in the name box. And here is what we call the formula bar. Here is what we call the formula bar. This is what we call the formula bar. So in this formula bar, whenever you write any formula, it's going to display here. So if you want to write a formula in Excel, you have to tell Excel that, okay, well, Excel, I want to write a formula. So you have to start with equals to. So I say equals to 5 times 5 or 5 times 6. Right, press enter. So you can see give me 30 right here. But if you check here in the formula bar, I can still see the formula. So if I want to get today's date now, I can use a formula called today. So I say equals to today, right? In Excel, just close my brackets and press enter. And this will give me today's date. But here, you can see the formula, right? So we call this place the formula bar. We call it the formula bar. You guys should just concentrate now, please. Once we get to question and answer section, I'll be there to answer your question. This is the most important aspect, right? This is very, very important, because as a data analyst, we are not talking about theory. We are talking about practical. So please try to concentrate at this point. All right. So now, to create the dashboard template, so if you notice, my background here, I did not have the grid line. So what do we call the grid line? This line that you see here is what we call the grid line. So don't worry, to get the date, I'll just say equals to today, right? Open bracket and close brackets, then press enter, and that will give us today's date, right? So now, if you look at this, we do not have the grid lines, right? In my dashboard templates, there's nothing like grid line. So I need to turn off the grid lines here, the grid lines. So how do we turn that off? If you notice, we have tabs up here. And right here, I am on the Home tab. Right here, you can see Home tab. So if you move from the Home tab to the View tab, to this View tab. So Home tab, you move to the View tab, right? You move to the View tab. I want to turn off the grid line. So you can see right here, I don't want the grid line. So you uncheck that. You can see the grid line is gone, right? The headings, this line, this A, B, C, and 1, 2, 3 right here, we call it the headings. So I don't want it. So you turn off the headings too. You can see, now I have the same thing. So if you don't want the formula bar, uncheck the formula bar. So for me, I'll just bring it back. I love leaving my formula bar active, because while creating dashboard, I always write formulas too, right? So I leave my formula bar active. So if you want your grid line back, just check it again and it's going to bring it. If you want your headings, check it again and it's going to bring it back, right? So that is on the view tab. Now that we have our background clean, so let's start drawing our dashboard template before we actually go into analysis. So to draw that, a dashboard template is made up of shapes. It's made up of shapes. So how do we get shape? How do we get shape? For us to get shape, you go to the Insert tab right here. Insert. Then on the Insert tab, you see what we call shape right here. So I'm using Excel 365. So if you are using the lower version, you can see something that we call illustration right here. Just click on the illustration. It's going to bring out the shape for you. So I'll click on the shape, click on rectangle, which is what I want. I'm just going to draw it out. Now, this is totally, it depends on you. Now, if you notice something before I draw this shape, let me Ctrl Z. If you notice it, the only tab I have here is Home, Insert, Page Layout, Formula, Automate, Developer, and Help, right? But notice something when I'll draw the shape now. Let me draw the shape. So let me just draw a big rectangular shape right here. Now, if you notice something, now you have what we call the shape format. The shape format. It is what we call contextual tab. Contextual tab. So in this shape format now, you have, if you click on the shape format, it's going to bring you here. So you have the shape view, which is talking about the color inside the shape. So if I click on the shape view, so I can decide to change the color. So I can change the color, right? The color inside the shape, right? So that is the shape view. Another thing is we have the shape outline. We have the shape outline, which is talking about the line outside the shape. If you look at it, we have a black line here, right? So let me click on it again. I'll click on the shape. So if you click outside of the shape, you won't see shape format. But if you click back on the shape, you are going to see the shape format. Just click on the shape format, right? Now you have the shape outline right here. So you can change the outline color, which is talking about the shape outline. This is totally your choice. And we also have shape effects. So all these ones are just to beautify your visuals. It's just to beautify your visuals because a visual must be able to captivate attention, right? So these ones are just to beautify your visuals. Whenever I'm taking something like this in class, my student will ask me, are we doing graphics or something? No, you need to know how to beautify your visual so that it can captivate attention. Do we all understand? So all these ones are shape effects. They are effects that you can use. Now, are you guys still here with me? Are you guys here with me? Are you sure that you are here with me? Are you guys there with me? Are you guys there with me? Let me know if you are here. All right. All right. All right. That's good. That's good. That's good. So now after that, let's come here. We want to draw this. We want to draw this. This is a rectangle, but we have an effect. So let's go back here. If you click on the shape format, you can pick your rectangle from here too. Or you go to Insert and pick your shape from here. But I love using this shape format since I have it handy right here. I'll just click on it. Then I can draw it out right here. And if you look at it, the color does not change. So I'll just come to Shape View right here and change it to white. The shape outline, I don't want the outline. I'll say no outline. Then the shape effect, if I come to the shape effect, I want to give it a bevel. So I use bevel. So I'll just use something like this. Now you can, if you notice, we have something that is similar to this one, right? That is similar to this. So let me just reduce it a bit. Then after that, we have another one right here, which talk about the title of our dashboard, right? We talk about the title of our dashboard. This is Company Sales Report from 2019 to 2020, prepared by Akim Abiodun, right? Which is me. So all I just have to do is, I can duplicate this shape. So you don't have to keep on repeating, creating new shape. You can duplicate it. We have a keyboard shortcut to duplicate, which is Ctrl D. So if I press Ctrl D, it's going to duplicate it here for me. Then all I just have to do is I'll just rearrange it and drag it. So I have my title right here. I'll have my title right here, right? I'll have your title right here. So after that, we have all these ones right here that we use to store our KPIs. So we call something KPIs. That is key performance indicator. So I can duplicate this, Control D to duplicate, then just bring it right here and make it a bit bigger. So we have this, right? I can duplicate it again. I know you will be like, how is Akim doing it? So it's not something you can do immediately. It's constant practice, right? That is why data analysis is more of practical than theory. It's more of practical than theory. That's why I said you need to pay attention right here. So here, I'll just rearrange this. But it's not something that is hard. It's very, very simple. So after that, I'll just duplicate this, bring it down here. I just put it down here. I can duplicate this also, but you can duplicate the two together, but I just don't want to do that now so that you don't get lost, right? I'll duplicate that. You can see we are getting almost the same results, right? Is this making sense? Is this cool, right? Is this making sense to you? Okay, then after that, let me just do one more. Put it right here. Then, so basically, I'm just designing a layout for my dashboard. So I'll draw this one, put it right here. So you can have different dashboard templates. You don't actually have to come up with this one. You can use your shape to design different templates, right? So after that, I can double click, I can Control D this one for the charts to make it a bit bigger. So I can say, okay, this one, I want to have 5 charts. So which means I need to I need to create 5 big rectangles, right? So I'll just duplicate this. It has put it right here. Let me delete this. I'll just duplicate this, Control D, then move it right here. All I just have to do is resize it and make sure that it fits into what we want to achieve, right? You can see every other thing is just duplicating. So you can duplicate it. So I believe with this, you should be able to come up with something more than this, that makes more sense than this, right? You should be able to come up with something that makes more sense than this one, right? So you can just keep on duplicating and arrange it. Do you understand? You can keep on doing this. This just, and I have some guys that all they just do is they design a dashboard template and sell it. Yes, they will design templates and sell it. That is how they make their money. I have a lot of people that are actually into that, right? They will just design different type of templates and they start selling it to data analysts. So to make your job more easier and faster, right? Okay, now let's say we have our dashboard templates now. We have our templates. So now let's start analyzing our data. Let's bring out insights from our data. Now, we are not going to go into the aspect of data cleaning today or data extraction today because of our time. So what we want to do now is to analyze data, to bring out insights from this data, right? So what we want to do here, so the moment your data is clean, all you just have to do is put it in a table. Now, how do we put our data in a table? If you go to insert, right here, you have table, right? You have table. So table is just telling you exactly, okay, all these data are related, right? That's the function of table. guys, I'll be start. Okay, no problem. Now you can see you are learning something, right? Guys, are you enjoying this class? Hope it's not becoming too boring. Because practical is fun, sha. Hope it's not becoming too boring, my people. Are you enjoying? I've already seen someone that wants to start a business now. They want to start creating templates and start selling it. All right. So now you put your data in a table, right? You put your data in a table. Now, you can also use Control-T to put your data in a table, which is a keyboard shortcode. So I always use keyboard shortcode, right? So I'll just do Control-T, right? And it's going to give me something like this. So all I just have to do is click on OK. And right here, I have my data in a table. I have it in a table. And how do I know that I have it in a table? If you check up here, I have what we call table design. Table design, right? I have table design, right? So that shows that, okay, my data is in a table, right? So before we start summarizing, let's start asking ourselves question now. Let's start asking ourselves question. So which months of the year do you think have the highest revenue? Is it January, February? Because we are going into the analysis aspect now. Which month of the year do you think has the highest? Okay, I should repeat the table. All right. So I just did Control Z. So let me put it back in a table. I said you can go to Insert, click on Table, right? Or you do Control-T. So I can do Control-T to put it in a table. All you just have to do is click on OK, right? You can see right here, I have my data in a table. Now, back to my question. Another people that will win my virtual water. So how many of us want to win my virtual water here? How many people want to win my virtual water? How many people want to win my virtual water? No, Mr. David, go for one. Which month of the year do you think have the highest revenue? All right, if yes, answer the question. Which month of the year do you think have the highest revenue? Is it January? Is it February? Mr. David, go for one. Someone said September. Someone said December. All right, okay, Mr. David, nice one. October, that's my month. That's my month. October, September, all right. Don't worry, we invite all of you for my birthday in October. Just save my contacts. September. All right. So let's get that out, right? Let's get that. So to get that, all I just have to do is we have something that we call pivot table. Pivot table. A pivot table is a tool that helps us to summarize and analyze our data. So all I just have to do is click on this summarize. So inside table design, click on summarize a pivot table and just click on OK. Now, this will give me a pivot table. Now, if you remember that other time, I said I'm going to show you an AI tool that can help us to analyze our data. We call it recommended pivot table, right? You can see it right here. Now that I have my data in pivot table, if I click on this recommended pivot table, just click on it, you can see automatically it has helped me to analyze my data. So the moment you load your data in your pivot table, just click on this recommended pivot. Now you can see it's telling me the total profits by each country: Ghana, India, Malaysia, Nigeria, Philippines, South Africa, United Kingdom, United States. And this is the total profits generated by each country, right? This is another one, total revenue generated by each country, right? This is another one, days of the week and the profits. Okay, I should repeat it. Let me Control Z. So let's delete this sheet. All right, so all I just have to do is go to table design, summarize the pivot table, right? Then click on, okay, so you have to click on table design, click on summarize the pivot table, then click on just, okay, you have your data in a pivot table, right? So, and I said you can click on this recommended pivot and it's going to analyze your data for you. But I know a lot of people here, you want shortcuts. You like shortcuts, but I'm not going to give you shortcuts. Let's do it manually. So the question is month of the year by the revenue. So here, I just pick the month name, right? The month name, drag and drop it in the rows, right? Then I'll come to revenue, which is this one, revenue, drag and drop it in the row. Now I have January, February, so it's arranged it. So let's see the winner. Let me right click, sort from largest to the smallest. Wow, that is my month, October. Where are the winners? October, where are the winners here? That's my birthday month. That's my birth month. Where are the winners? Nobody. Are you sure? Can you guys still hear me? Ah, sorry. You win another one. Where are the winner? Is it just one person? Okay. Now, let me show you an interesting... Let me show you. Are you guys here? Are you guys still here? Are you enjoying this? For me, I love doing this. Are you enjoying this? Don't worry, I'm going to answer your question. Just calm down. Let's get to the question and answer. Wow, see that? All right. So the good part of this is, if I want to see this, I want to see all the revenue, the data that deals with just October alone. Because I have my data in pivot table, I can just double click on it, and this will show me all the sales for just October alone. You can see all the sales, detail of sum of revenue for just October alone. Now you can categorize your data now and tell your boss, okay, I want to group this data. I will have October sales in one sheet, November sales in another sheet, January sales. So the moment you put it in a pivot table, just double click on it and it's going to generate it for you. This is for October. So if I want for June, just double click on it. This is going to be for June. You can see it's only going to talk about June alone. Right? Don't worry, let's get to the question and answer section. Now, how do we now visualize? We've already analyzed our data. So how do we visualize? Let's go to pivot table analyze. We have what we call pivot charts here. So because of time, we won't be able to go through all the charts, but we'll just pick any one recommended to us by Excel. So I will just come here. So you can see this one now. I have this. This is a column chart, right? So all I just have to do is click on OK, and this gives me the charts, right? It gives me the chart, and also you can say I have designs right here, and I can decide to give it design. So I can give it a design, right? So let's say I'm going with this black. So now, how do we now put it on our dashboard? How do we put it on our dashboard? Now that we have our charts, right? So it's easier to explain this one. This is an example of a visualization. So it's easier to explain this one than just going into your data and start giving out information, right? So let's cut this out. Ctrl X to cut. Go to my dashboard and paste it. Ctrl V. Right here, I have our first chart on our dashboard. Right here. I have our first chart on our dashboard. The first chart on our dashboard right here. So do you want us to do another one? So if you want us to do one more, say one more. If not, we should go to the question and answer section. Are you enjoying this? Do you want us to do one more, or we should go to the question and answer section? It's fun to do this. Okay, so let's do one more, right? Let's do one more. All right, you are enjoying this, right? You are enjoying it. All right, this is interesting part, right? It's very nice. Analyzing data is very, very simple. So let's go again. Let's do, okay, which day of the week do you think have the highest revenue? Which day of the week? Is it Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? Which day of the week? Which day of the week? Which day of the week? Now think twice before you choose. Think twice. Is this Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? Some said Friday. Mr. Kingsley said Friday. All right. So we are not doing that. We've not even analyzed our data. Tuesday. Where are you all going for Tuesday? Everybody's going for Tuesday. Okay, let me also support the trend. Okay, Sunday, Friday, Sunday. Nobody's going for Saturday. So for me, I'll go for Saturday. Since nobody's going for Saturday, let me see if I will win. Let me just give it a trial. So I'll go for Saturday, right? So Tuesday, Sunday, Saturday. So for me, I'm going for Saturday. All right, so let's analyze this. Let's analyze it. Go to table design, right? Summarize the pivots. Now, because I already have one pivot table right here, I'll just click on existing worksheets, then go to my sheet and put it right here. I'll just click on OK, and here I have my second pivot table. So all I have to do is come here to day name, drag and drop it right here. You can say I have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. All right, let's see the revenue. So you can do the same with the product, with the profits, with the cost, with the unit sold, right? Okay, let's say the day with the highest unit sold. So let's drag unit sold now and drop it right here. Now, if I'm to do right click, sort from largest to the smallest. Oh, nobody. Wednesday. I did not see anybody that went for Wednesday. Nobody is a winner. For me, I went for Saturday. So nobody. Who is the winner here? Do we have any winner here? If you like, I know. People went for Friday, Sunday. I went for Saturday, Tuesdays. Those are the days. And Fridays. Nobody went for Wednesday. Wow, am I really disappointed? Okay. So the next thing is to just visualize this. Oh, Mr. Felix. Mr. Felix, you are lying. Do you actually? No, you are lying. You are lying, Mr. Felix. All right, so after that, let's go to pivot charts. And let's go with a bar chart now. Let's go with a bar chart. And let's just click on. Okay, you are. Mr. Samuel said I was typing. Since when? All right, so let's put it in design. And let's say I'm going with the black again, right? So I'll just cut this out, then go to my dashboard and paste it right here on my dashboard. And right here, you can see we have our second chart right here. You can see how easy it is to analyze data. You can see very easy and fun. And coupled with the fact that you have a recommended pivot that can actually help you to just analyze data without you even doing any drag and drop, right? All you just have, the moment you have a recommended data, okay, the moment you click on recommended pivot, all you just have to do is click on any one that you need, right? You are going to see it right here. Just click on it and click on OK, and it's going to do it for you, right? Don't worry. I'm going to tell you how to get the replay so that you can go through it. Now, let's go. How many of us are actually feeling like this man? Because I know at this point, a whole lot of people are feeling like, wow, Akeem, I've learned a lot. I need to blow off my head. How many of us are feeling like this man now? Like, wow, I need to blow off my head at this man. You can even see I'm sweating. How many of us are feeling like, wow, I've learned a lot, right? How many of us? It's just one person. Are you guys here? Are you guys still here? Okay. Nice one. All right. That's good. Okay. How many of us would like to become a pro? How many people want to challenge me? How many of us would like to become a pro at this? You want to challenge me? Like, how can you think of it? Challenging me. I'm the best in this. How many of you want to challenge me? You want to become a pro and challenge me, right? I'm the best in this. So before you even think of challenging me, note that I'm the best, right? Note that I'm the best before you challenge me, right? Okay. Now, let me tell you something. Learning data analysis is not something. You are the best in Ghana. I'm the best in the world. So let me tell you, learning data analysis is not something you can learn in one day. We can actually not cover everything in one day. Yes, I can be challenged. Yes, sure. So you cannot cover everything in one day. The same thing that I did here today, you can use Power BI to do it. You can use Tableau to do it. You can use Python to do it. You can use R to do it, right? So it's not something you can learn in just one day. That is why I came up with something that we call the Ultimate Data Analysis Masterclass, right? The Ultimate Data Analysis Masterclass, which is going to be a 12 weeks live masterclass. It's a live class for the next 12 weeks, starting this Friday. You are going to be in class with me for the next 12 weeks, starting this Friday. It's every Friday and Saturday. And we are going to start from the total basics. So let me mention what you are going to learn in this class. You are going to start from the total basic of introduction to Microsoft Excel to advanced Excel. So if you've not done anything in Excel at all, if you don't know anything about Excel, we are going to start from the introduction to data analysis, introduction to Microsoft Excel, to advanced Excel, right? And you are going to learn over 50 Microsoft Excel formula. Over 50 Microsoft Excel formula. You are going to learn Microsoft Excel table and pivot table. Actually, today, because of our time, we are unable to cover table that much, and also we are unable to cover pivot table that much today, right? We are going to go in depth into that. We are going to talk about charts, different type of charts, how to work with waterfall charts, tree map, right? Map, all those other type of charts, pie charts, column charts, donut charts, how to work with all those type of charts. We are going to talk about that. And we are going to talk about slicer and timeline to make your dashboard more interactive. We are going to talk about that one. And we're also going to talk about data manipulation, how you can manipulate your data. We are going to talk about it in this 12 weeks class. We are going to talk about data cleaning with Power Query. So basically, you are not learning Excel alone. You are still learning Power Query. We are using it for cleaning data. You are going to learn M language also. You are going to learn data modeling with Power BI. So you are going to learn Power BI. You are going to learn DAX, data analysis expression. You are going to learn data visualization, how to visualize your data with both Excel and Power BI. You are going to learn how to create a database using SQL. So you are going to learn Excel, Power Query, Power BI, SQL for database creation, for database query also, right? You're also going to get access to my Python Essential class. All my recorded videos on Python Essential, you are going to get access to it, right? You are going to get access to how to create a portfolio, because as an analyst, you need to have a portfolio where you store all your projects. You need to have a portfolio. So we are going to talk about how to create a portfolio and also how to optimize your LinkedIn account to get jobs. They are all there, right? Now let's move forward. So let's talk about it again. You learn from Excel from basic to advanced, which was over 45,000, right? Data cleaning, but this is not the amount that I'm charging. You should trust me for that, right? Data cleaning using Power Query, data modeling, Power BI, data analysis expression, which we call DAX, and not just only that. We are doing the class live on Zoom every Friday and Saturday, but you still have another thing that we call detailed recorded video on Digital World LMS. So you are going to have your own login details on Digital World website, whereby all the videos has been recorded. Everything that we want to learn has been recorded. So you can even study ahead of the class. So you have your own personalized learning management system where you can go at any time, and it's yours for life, where you can go at any time and study ahead of the class, right? But mind you, the class is 12 weeks. It's a live class. I'm not just giving you a recorded video. We are going to be in class together starting from this Friday, which is on the 21st, right? Fridays and Saturday. And also you are going to get access to data analysis handouts and a whole lot of data sets. So you are going to get access to weekly data analysis tips, right? You are not going to be in class with just only me. You are going to meet other lecturers too, other experts, other digital world lecturers, and you have direct access to all digital world data analysis lecturer, right? You have direct access to them. If you have questions, you can always reach out to them. At the end, you are going to get certification. At the end of the class, you are going to get your certification. Then you get entry job placement and internship. That depends on your performance. It depends on your performance. And if you are so good, we have what we call a service department, whereby we get projects and we give it out to our students to work on, and we pay them, right? So you can become a part of our service department, whereby whenever we get the project, we give it out to you, then you work on it and you get your pay, right? So how much am I charging you for this? Now, let me tell you, this class is not for people that are lazy. This is a live practical class. It's a live practical class. You are going to get assignments and classwork. So if you are lazy, don't even bother to join the class, because data analysis is not theory, it's practical. So you are going to get assignments, you are going to get projects. It's hands-on, starting from this Friday, right? So if you are, so I'm not going to charge you. The normal amount we charge people is 150,000 naira. But because we are doing Valentine promo, right, I'm just going to give you 15,000 naira. 15,000 naira for Nigerian. And if you're in Ghana, it's just 150 Ghana cedis. If you are in Kenya, it's just 2,000 Kenyan shillings. And if you are in Cameroon, it's just 5,000 CFA. Now, this class is not for everybody. It's just for the very first 50 people because we've been doing registration. So this is the last batch that will start on Friday. The class is starting on Friday. So we are taking only 50 people to join the existing students for us to start together, for us to start the batch together. It's just very first 50 people that will make payment of 15,000 naira if you're in Nigeria, 150 Ghana cedis, 5,000 CFA, or 2,000 Kenya shillings. Now, this is not 50 people from Nigeria, 50 people from Cameroon, 50 people from Kenya, or 50 people from Ghana. No. Overall, 50 people from any country. So 50 people, that is what we are taking. And all these 50 people are still going to get bonus. Bonus for the very first 50 people. You are going to get access to Python Essential recorded video. All my Python Essential recorded video, monetization of skill course, right? Full Microsoft Word course and full PowerPoint course. Now, if you remember, I said you are going to get access to the LMS. So once you make your payments, you drop your payment proof in the group. Our admin will confirm your payment and send you the registration form. So the moment you fill the registration form, so you will get something that looks like this. Receipt for data analysis, right? So once you get it in your mail, make sure you fill the correct email when filling the registration form. So once you get that, all you just have to do is scroll down. So you will get your login details here. You get your login details. So just click on study data analysis, and that will take you to our website. So you can also go directly from our website too. So just search for, yes, you can use the money point. Just go to digitalworldtech.academy, right? So come to student login. So it's still going to bring you directly here, student login, right? And you will have your login information right on your mail that will be sent to you. So all you just have to do is log in, just log in. I'm coming, just log in. So once you log in, you can see right here, I have 3 courses here. Yes, 15,000. And this is for the very first 50 people. Not all. It's for the very first 50 people. It's for the very first 50 people. And these 50 people are the ones that will qualify for my bonus. Though everybody is going to get access to the LMS, right? But they are the ones that will be qualified for my bonus. So now after that, I'll click on my course. So for me, I have 3 courses here. So for you, you are going to have 1 because you are registering for data analysis. So just click on it, my course. Then you can see I have video editing course, right? I have video editing course. I have digital marketing course, and I have data analysis course. So since I'm going for data analysis, all you just have to do is click on study data analysis. Study, just click on study, right? I'll just click on study. Now you can see all the videos has been recorded. So if I click on play. So welcome to the data analytics masterclass. So you can hear my tiny voice. So the same thing with Excel, you see introduction to Microsoft Excel, right? Introduction to Microsoft Excel. So all you just have to do is click on play and it's going to play it for you. So you can see it right here. Let me move it forward. Practical aspects, formula, the pivot table. You can see. So you get access to all this. So just scroll down. You have access to Microsoft Excel, right? After Microsoft Excel, once you are done with the video, you go to the Power BI, right? But all these things are what we are still going to do in the live class. This is just a support. And even if you miss a class, the replay of that particular class will be dropped in the paid group. in your group, right? Because the moment you make your payment, you'll be added to the paid group. That is where the Zoom link to the class will be dropped. That is where every information about the class will be dropped. So after that, you go into Power BI, right? You have SQL, Then after that, now you see bonuses, how to create a portfolio, right? How to upload a project on portfolio, how to create a resume, right? How to create a resume, LinkedIn optimization, right? Freelancing, you get access to that. This is not just the bonus. You have another bonus, which is talking about the Python Essential, where we start with introduction to data science, introduction to Python, Python variables, Python data type, Python string. You have access to all this one, right? So if you want to make your payment, the account number has been dropped in the groups. If you're in Nigeria, you can make payments into Money Point, Digital World Tech Academy, right? If you're in Ghana, you can make payment to Vodacard. If you're in Cameroon, you can pay into MCM Momo. And if you're in Kenya, you can pay into M-Pesa. The time for the class is 8:30 to 10 p.m. every Friday and Saturday for Nigerian and Cameroonian, right? For Ghanaians, it's 7:30 to 9 p.m. for Ghanaian. If you're in Kenya, for now, your class is still 10 till 12 for now, right? But we are still working on Kenyan time. So once you make your payment, you can drop your payment proof in the group so that our admin will confirm your payment and you will have access to the class. All right. So let me start taking questions. Let me take your question. You can raise your hand now. Let me take question. So the class will start this Friday. Let me start taking your question. If you have a question now, raise your hand. Let me take few questions before we call it a day. Or if you want to type, you can type your question. You can make your payment, drop it in the group. For Nigeria, it's 8:30 to 10 p.m. 8:30 to 10 p.m. for Nigeria. So please, is there a physical class? Yes, our physical office is in Ikorodu. Our physical office is in Ikorodu for now. We have 3 branches in Ikorodu, Lagos State. So if you are close, you can come around. Any question? Kenya time is from 10:30. Let me take K. Mr. K, please unmute. Yes, we are working on Kenya time. But for now, you are going to be joining Nigeria and Ghana with Cameroon for now. But we are still working on Kenya time. Yes, you can start making your payments and drop it in the group so that you'll be part of the very first 50 people. For Nigeria, it's every Friday and Saturday. Yes, you can join with your phone, but before the end of the class, you will need to get a laptop because we are dealing with practical. Okay. All right, Mr. K. Please.
Hello. I'm a lady, I'm not a guy.
Oh, madam, good evening.
Okay, I just wanted to ask, how do we know, or when do we know which of them to use, whether it's like a visual representation? When do we know when to use Excel, when to use Power BI, when to use Python, to visualize?
All right. So basically, those are the things we are also going to talk about more in class. So if you are dealing with something that has to do with a whole lot of formulas, you want to deal with data cleaning, you will use Power Query. You want to do visualization, you can either do it on Excel or you do it on Power BI. And it also depends on the organization. They can actually tell you that, okay, I want you to use Excel, or I want you to use Power BI, or I want you to use Python. But whatever things you can do in Excel, you can also do it in Power BI, and you can also do it in Python. This is basically personal preference, right? It depends on you. Yes, you can join the class. You can. For now, we don't have. I don't really understand how will I be added if I made the payment. Once you make your payment, drop your payment proof in the group. And after dropping it in the group, our admin are going to confirm. They are the one that will confirm your payment. Once they confirm your payment, right? You will get a registration form. You fill the registration form, then you'll be added to the paid group. Do you understand? You'll be added to the paid group. All right. How do we know? We are going to tell you in the group. We are going to tell you in the group once we have up to 50 people. So can we use, yes, you can start with Excel 2016. I need to actually show you this, how to check the version of your Excel. But you can start with Excel 2016, but you need to get the latest version of Excel, like 2021 or 365, right? Or 365. Everything that I did here, you can still do it on Excel 2016. You can still do it on Excel 2016, right? But because of some formulas like X lookup now, sequence, you don't have it on Excel 2016, right? Some date function, they are not on Excel 2016. Do you understand? So if you can get the latest version of Excel, I will advise, but you can start with 2016. All right, if you want to check the version of your Excel, just go to File. Once you go to File, you see this account, right? Let me take it again. So click on File. You see Account right here. You see Account. Then you can see right here, it's telling me the version of Excel that I'm using. So you can see I'm using Microsoft Office 365, right? Which is the latest version of Excel. I will advise, yes, you can join the class with your phone, but because the class is practical, if you have a friend that have a laptop, you can start. But I will advise Divine, you can join the class and you can join the class and try to get a laptop before the end of the class, because the class is 100% practical. It's not theory. It's 100% practical. Of course, you are going to get the course materials too. You are going to get the course materials. You are going to get the course materials, right? That you can go through it. You are going to get the replay of each class also. It will be dropped in your group, and you have LMS, and also you have direct access to me and all other lecturers, right? You have direct access to me and all other lecturers. So, but you can join, but I will advise you, when you join, try to get a laptop before the end of the class so that you get to practice. Now, if you are not part of the very first people, you are still going to join the class, but you are not going to get the bonus. That's it. You are going to be in the class. You are going to be in the class, right? You'll be added to the paid group, but you won't have access to the bonus. There is no certificate for today because we actually did not do anything now. We did not do anything. Before we give certificates, you need to practice, right? You need to practice. So even though before you get your data analysis certificate, you need to do your project. So after Excel, that's why I said, if you are lazy, don't bother to join the class, because after you are done with Excel, you are going to get the project. After you are done with Power BI, you are going to get the project. After you are done with SQL, you are going to get a project too. You are going to get a project. Those are what we are going to use to give you your certificate. And certificate is free. Once you make your payment, you won't pay any other money again. Certificate is free. The only thing that I need you to have on your laptop now is Microsoft Excel. Once you have Microsoft Excel installed on your laptop, you are good to go. You are going to learn how to install Power BI in the class, and you're also going to learn how to install SQL in the class. So you are good to go once you have Excel. All right. The class is from 10:30, 9:30, 8:30 rather, to 10. And it depends on what we are covering. There are days whereby we spend over 2 hours in class. Depends on what we are covering that day. All right, as someone said, can we pay 50%? All right, can we pay 50%? Okay, let me say, because you did not plan to join to make payments in this class, it comes an impromptu, right? It comes an impromptu. So I'll advise you, if you can make a deposit of 50% tonight and balance up next month. What about that? So I'm giving you bonus now. I'm giving you Valentine gifts. So you are my vow. So you can make a deposit of 50% and balance up next month. So if you don't have the full payment, you can make a deposit of 50% and balance up next month. But if you have full payment, you can make the full payment. You don't have to balance up next month. But if you don't have the full payment and you are really interested in the class, you want to join the class on Friday, you want us to start together on Friday, you can make a deposit of 50% and balance up next month. The class is a 12 weeks masterclass. 12 weeks masterclass every Friday and Saturdays. every Friday and Saturday. Every Friday and Saturday. So you can make a 50% deposit and balance up next month. You can raise your hand. You can raise your hand. Let me start taking questions. Let me take questions. We have about 10 to 15 minutes more to go. All right. I have the confidence of being among the top 50. Okay, no problem. Mr. Trevor, please unmute. What time for Ghana? It's 7:30 for Ghanaian. All right, please go ahead.
Okay, so okay, yeah, I'm from Kenya. So right now is around 11:45 p.m. Okay, so my first question is, okay, when are we going to access the LMS? And then,
What do you say? What
okay,
do you say? Can you give me a minute, please? I can hardly hear you.
I'm saying,
Just
okay,
give me a
can you hear
minute.
me
Just give
now?
me a minute. Let me use my earphone so that I can hear you clearly. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, so I'm asking, okay, when are we going to access the LMS?
The element, some people, it depends. Some people can get it tonight, but if you don't get it tonight, you are going to get it as early as possible tomorrow morning, but you will be added to the paid group tonight.
Okay, so
Yeah.
another question is, are we going to receive the emails today
You can
or
receive
tomorrow?
the email today or tomorrow. It depends on the time that you make your payment. It depends on the time
Okay,
that you make your payment.
okay, so for instance,
Yeah.
so I'm asking now, will it be right now or up to tomorrow?
You get it. If you don't get it tonight, you get it tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, sir. All right. What is the earning capacity for data entry? I don't know the country that you are, but it's quite high. And you can also do a remote job. I would do remote job for organization. And you can even be someone like me. You don't have to work for organization. You can be getting projects. So for me, I don't work for organization. I get projects. So they give me project, I work on it. They pay me. I send them their projects. Right? That's what I do. And I train. So I get projects, work on it, send it back to them. So hope it's possible to transfer to number directly. This is the account number. If you are in Kenya, you can pay into M-Pesa. M-Pesa, if you are in Kenya, you can pay into M-Pesa. If you are in Cameroon, you pay into MTN Momo. If you are in Ghana, you pay into Vodacash. And if you are in Nigeria, you can pay into the Money Point account. All right, is there any other question before we go? For Ghanaian time, it's 7:30 p.m. Is there any other question before we call it a day? Do we have any question? All right. If you make your 50% deposit, kindly drop it in the group. Our admin will tell you the next thing to do. Kindly drop it in the group. So how frequent do you conduct classes? These classes? Well, it depends. Mr. Bernard, please send me a DM. Send me a DM. If you just send me a DM, I'll attend to you on WhatsApp, please. I'll attend to you so that I will let you know when the next batch is going to start. Let me have your contact. Mr. Abidin, right? Abidin, please unmute. Abidin, please unmute. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Good
I can hear
evening,
you.
sir.
Yeah.
So my question is that for those of us that have the knowledge of analysis, we want to learn further on the financial analysis.
Yeah.
So when such programming, when is it coming up?
Send me a DM. Send me a DM. Send me a DM.
Okay.
Send me a DM on WhatsApp. Send me a direct message on WhatsApp. I'll answer your question there. For financial
All right.
analysts, currently now, the batch that is ongoing is not something that you can join. It's not something that you can join. You understand? It's not something that you can join. So you will need to join the next batch. So send me a DM. I'll let you know when the next batch is going to start for financial analysis or for data science or for business analysis. All right. So I have made payment, but my job nature will not allow me to regularly. Yes, if you miss the class, but you will get the replay of that particular class. Just try to go through the replay. And if you have questions, you can pick any of our number, any of the lecturer's number, and ask question. You understand? And ask question. So how to check your Excel, how to change the Excel to latest. You can take it to any software engineer to help you install Excel 2021 or 365. And I already show you how to get the version of Excel. All you just have to do is click on File, then go to Account. Then you'll see right here, you see the version of Excel that you are using. Drop it in the group, not here, sir. Drop it in the group. Mr. Iman, what if someone paid now but delay for a week? Yes, you can. Someone pay now, but there is a delay for a week. Just saying, will it still be okay to pay then? I don't really understand your question. Let me take Emmanuel Power. Please unmute. Emmanuel Power, if you can unmute for me, please.
Good evening. My question is, for me that I have not know anything about Excel, how do I would I cope for the Excel?
We are starting from the total basic introduction to Microsoft Excel. In fact, we are starting from data entry. So we are starting from the total basics. So even if you don't have any knowledge at all, you are going to understand, because we are starting from introduction to Excel. So that's why you see most computer school don't do that, right? They don't do that. So, but for us, we are starting from the total basics, introduction to Microsoft Excel. That is what we are starting from. Hope you understand, sir. All right, let me take Mr. Adedotun Afolabi. Please unmute. Mr. Adedotun, if you can unmute for me, please. Mr. Adedotun, please unmute.
All right. I want to ask a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
One of the students now, or the colleague on set now, asked a question on financial analyst.
Yeah.
Is it that we have to go through this first piece of
yes,
data
you have
analysis
to start with data analysis
actually enter into financial or
yes, you need to have
data set analyst?
Yeah, you need to start with data analysis before you
Or
go into financial
just
analysis.
like a foundational. Okay, that means the class the course we are taking right now is like a foundational basics into the data.
It's not. You are taking a complete course on data analysis. But before you can go into financial analysis, you need to have a good understanding of data analysis before you can go further. You understand? Before you can go further, whether into business analysis, data science, financial analysis, you need to have a good understanding, because if you notice, most computer schools, they just start from the advanced Excel. So they expect you, if they are teaching you data analysis, they expect you to already have knowledge on Excel. So they'll just start from the advanced Excel, right? But for us, we are starting from the total basics. So before you can go into the financial analysis, they already expect you to have some basic knowledge of Excel to be so good in Excel. They'll just take you the advanced. So that's why it's good to start from the total basics.
All right. Thank you. That answered the question, sir.
All right. So you need my number. This is my number on the screen here. You can pick my number here. Akeem Abiodun +234 9116142614. This is my number. And you can also pick my number from the group. My name is Akeem Abiodun. You can pick it from the group. Let me take Ame, Mr. Ame. Please unmute. And you are still going to meet me in class on Friday. Please go ahead.
Hello. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I was asking question now. You skipped it on the chat box.
Oh, I'm very sorry for that.
I was trying to ask if your organization do link people to either remote job or physical job or whatever.
Yes, we do that. Yes, we do that. But I don't have to lie to you. We have some people that they will lie that they will do it. We have requests. So we are not the one giving the job. So except when we need people that we take them. You can join our service department if you are so good, right? We have that one. But we have requests from organizations. We have a whole lot of organizations that partner with us that request students, right? That request, okay, we should send them people that have knowledge on data analysis, because we are a tech institute. So they know we train people. So they request. So once they request from us, we will let people know in the group. Anybody that's closer to that particular location, we go for the interview. Do you understand? So it depends on the request. But we are going to teach you how to optimize your LinkedIn account, how to get a portfolio so that you'll be job ready. Even if you are going for interview tomorrow, you already have projects. because you are going to do project on Excel, you are going to do project on Power BI, you are going to do project on SQL. So you already have 3 different projects on your portfolio, right? 3 different projects on your portfolio. So that even if you are going for a job interview, you already have a portfolio and your LinkedIn is optimized. You already have your resume created. You understand?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. All right. Son said, are we starting class on Friday? By the special grace of God, we are starting class on Friday. Yes, feel free. You can reach out to me. You can reach out to me, or if you have any question, feel free to reach out to me. Feel free to reach out to me. Son said, I have a friend who would love to be part of this, but I'm not sure I'll be able to reach them tonight. Yeah, don't worry. Once you're able to reach them, feel free to reach out to me. I can keep a slot for you. Just send me a DM. Let me know the number of people that wants to make payments. I'll keep a slot for you. Please, when are the class getting enrolled? We are starting this Friday. We are starting this Friday. Any other question? Any question from anybody before we call it a day? We have like 5 minutes more to call it a day. We have 5 minutes more to call it a day. Is there any question from anybody before we call it a day? Sir, when will Mr. Michael, send me a DM. Send me a DM. Send me a DM. D, what time on Friday? It's 8:30. You are going to also be notified in the group, right? In the paid group. But if you are in Nigeria, it's 8:30 Nigerian time. If you are in Cameroon, it's still 8:30 Cameroonian time. If you are in Kenya, for now, it's still 10:30, right? It's still 10:30, but we are working on the time for Cameroon. We are not working on the time for Cameroon. And if you are in for Kenya rather, we are working on the time for Kenya. It's 10:30. And if you are in Ghana, it's 7:30. Is it possible for head of an organization to learn this in this convenient time? Yes, please. You can send me a DM. You can even register for one-on-one class if you want that, if you are not available. And we can come to your organization to do corporate training if you want that. You can, if you are in Lagos, right? We can come to your organization to do corporate training if you want that. You're welcome, sir. Don't worry. You are going to learn a whole lot starting from this Friday. Is there any other question before we call it a day? Is there any other question before we call it a day? Is there any other question before we call it? All right. All right, Mr. Sylvester. Mr. Sylvester, you will get bonus. Asking for Microsoft Word and PowerPoint. You will get it as a bonus. Mr. Sylvester, I'm trying to okay, you are in Cameroon. Wow. Yes, we can do corporate training online too. We do corporate training online. If you can do it online too for organization, yeah, we do it too. So we just finished a training for a company in Canada too. We just finished it recently for a company in Canada. So, Mr. Sylvester, please go ahead. Good evening, sir.
Yes, my name is Sylvester Munyedo from Kenya.
All right, sir.
Yeah, I was inquiring maybe there's a friend I'd invited, but unfortunately, by the time I was joining, I think the registration had stopped.
Okay.
So he wasn't able to join the class. So I was asking, like the class starting on Friday, that is a day after tomorrow.
Yes, please.
Can she be able to maybe pay the amount and join the class?
Yes, please. Yes. You can still make payment. Yes, please. Just send me a DM.
Okay.
Let me know so that I'll keep a slot for her. Okay, let me even do it this way. Anybody that can make payment tonight, because we have a capacity to take up to 500 people. So, and we have just 100 people here. Anybody that can make payment tonight, anybody that makes payment tonight, whether you are depositing 50% or you are making the full payment, anybody that makes payment tonight, we have access to the bonus. So if you are part of the people that make payment tonight, you get access to the bonus. You get access to the bonus. So if you don't have the full payment, you can make a deposit of 50%. 50%, just 50%. All right. Is there any other question before we call it a day? Do we have any questions or questions? If you have questions, please let me know. feel free to reach out to me on WhatsApp. Even if you cannot reach me on WhatsApp, because there are sometimes I will be in class. Right? I train every day on daily basis. So I might be in class. I do physical training, I do online training. So I might be in class, I might not be able to respond to you immediately on WhatsApp. So if you send me a DM and you know that I did not respond, feel free to reach out to me through phone call. So you can call me, right? Even if you want video call, I don't have anything to hide, right? This is my face. So you can call me on phone call, video call, feel free to do that. I'll be there to attend to you, whether you have any question. So whether you join this class or you did not join the class, I will drop the replay in your group, and the data set that I use, I will drop it in the group. The slide also will be dropped in the group. So while you are practicing, if you have any issue at all, any issue, feel free to reach out to me. You can give me a call. You can send me a DM on WhatsApp. You can send me a message on WhatsApp. If I don't respond, give me a call. I might be in class when you send the message. So whenever I'm in class, my phone is always with my PA. I'll be the secretary. So I'm not always with my phone, right? But if you call me, I'll be there to pick your call, or the secretary will be there to pick your call and tell you the best time to call me so that you'll be able to reach me. You understand? Feel free to reach out to me if you have any question, whatsoever the question is, on data analysis, on project management, on business analysis, on data science, anything at all. And if you want to make an inquiry about any tech courses, feel free to reach out to me. I'll be there to answer all your questions, any question, whatsoever the question is. All right, I hope you've been able to learn something in today's class. Do you learn anything in today's class? If they ask you that, okay, what is data analysis today, after the webinar, will you be able to say something? Will you be able to have something to say? If they ask you, if I come to you as your friend now, that's okay, uncle or auntie, please, what is data analysis? What are the roles of data analysts? Will you be able to tell me something? Right? Thank you very much. Nice one, nice one, nice one. We have just two people. Mr. Ahmed and Chiloli Hinena. What about others? That means it's only two people that are with me in this class. Okay, Madam Juliet, all right. What about others? Sure, okay. That is good, that's good. We've been able to achieve something. Roots, thank you very much. We've been able to achieve something in today's class. I hope you enjoy yourself with me today. I hope you enjoy yourself today. You are able to learn, you are able to enjoy yourself, right? So you have a lot of fun, right? Right, that is good. So I'll be expecting to see you in class on Friday so that we'll play again. It's not about just learning every time. You need to play. So in my own class, we always play, learn. That's how you learn, right? It's not just about 100% concentration, right? You have to learn a bit, then take a bit off, then go back and learn and stuff. So we are going to play again on Friday. Just see it as we are playing, right? We are playing. There's nothing hard. Okay. So this is it. Return the screen with the bonuses. This is the bonuses. These are the bonuses right here. These are the bonuses. Or are you talking about what you will learn? All right. We are talking about here. Is it this one? Mr. Melody, is it this one? You want to take a screenshot or what? Don't worry, you can. I will drop the replay in the class. Thank you. I'll drop the replay in class, and you can always go through the replay. The data set that I use, I'm going to drop it in your group also, so that you also go through it. Feel free to make your payments. You can make your payments. If you have 50%, you can deposit it and balance up next month. If you want to make the full payment, if you have the full payment, you can make the full payment, so that you don't have to balance up again. So that is that for tonight. Thank you very, very much. I hope to see you. How many people will I see in class on Friday? How many people will I see in class on Friday? Let me know. If you've made your payment, let me know. Let me know that I'll see you in class on Friday. How many people? Nobody. All right. Okay, Emmanuel Power, Lillian. All right. Okay, Mr. Trevor. Okay, that's good. I'll see you, Mr. Ahmed. That's my good friend. All right, please try to come to class early on Friday. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. All right, the registration page. No problem. Thank you very much. That's good. That's good. That's good. Enclave, don't say hopefully. What time on Friday? It's 8:30 Nigerian time, 7:30 Ghanaian time, 8:30 Cameroonian time. And if you're in Kenya for now, you are still joining with 10:30. Thank you very much and have a wonderful night rest. Enjoy the rest of your day and keep practicing. More blessing. Good night, guys.